I've always been drawn to the unknown, and the old mansion at the end of Willow Lane has been a source of fascination for as long as I can remember. They say it's haunted, that the spirits of its former residents still roam the halls, but I've never been one to shy away from a good ghost story. Today, I decided to explore it for myself. As I stepped through the creaking front door, a chill ran down my spine. The air was thick with dust, and the smell of mildew hung heavy. I could feel the weight of history pressing down on me, each step echoing in the silence. The grand foyer was adorned with peeling wallpaper and a chandelier that swayed slightly, as if disturbed by a breeze that didn't exist. I could almost hear whispers, but I brushed it off as my imagination. Moving deeper into the mansion, I found a library filled with ancient books, their spines cracked and faded. I pulled one from the shelf, and dust motes danced in the sunlight streaming through the grimy windows. The book was a diary, its pages yellowed and brittle. It belonged to a woman named Eleanor, who had lived here over a century ago. Her words spoke of love, loss, and a growing darkness that consumed her family. The last entry sent shivers down my spine. I fear I am not alone. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. I pressed on, my heart racing as I climbed the staircase, each step groaning under my weight. The second floor was even more decrepit, with doors hanging off their hinges and floorboards that threatened to give way. I peeked into a room that had once been a nursery. The faded wallpaper depicted cheerful scenes of children playing, but the atmosphere felt anything but joyful. A broken rocking chair sat in the corner, swaying gently as if someone had just left it. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed from downstairs. My heart raced and I froze. Was it just the house settling, or something more sinister? I took a deep breath and decided to investigate. As I descended the stairs, I noticed a shadow dart across the hallway. I followed it, my curiosity outweighing my fear. The shadow led me to a hidden door behind a tattered curtain. It was slightly ajar, and I could hear faint whispers coming from within. My pulse quickened as I pushed the door open. Inside was a small, dimly lit room filled with old photographs and strange artifacts. The walls were lined with portraits of the mansion's former inhabitants, their eyes seeming to follow me. I felt a chill as I recognized Eleanor among them, her expression hauntingly sorrowful. Just then, the door slammed shut behind me. Panic surged through me as I rushed to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, swirling around me like a storm. I could feel the energy in the room shift, and I realized I wasn't just exploring a mansion. I was stepping into a story that had been waiting for someone to uncover its secrets. With a surge of determination, I pushed against the door one last time, and it flew open. I stumbled back into the hallway, gasping for breath. The mansion felt alive, as if it had been watching me all along. I knew I had to leave, but part of me was drawn to the mystery that lingered in its shadows. I glanced back one last time, the whispers fading into silence, and stepped out into the light, forever changed by my encounter with the past.